Hello and welcome to the 27th gate in the third line, and this is called greed. This is the only one of all of the 384 lines that mentions psychology, and Ra said it used to tickle him because Freud had this line. He used to think that was really funny. So this line is about caring in a way that is not necessarily physical caring. Gate 27 is pointing at the splenic center, through the gate 50, which is at the other end of its channel. Ra tells us that the splenic center really is our only true awareness center. It's the only existential awareness. It gives us everything in the moment. It gives us something to react to now or to respond to now. This is the only reliable awareness in many ways because the ajna, which is our mental awareness, makes up loads of stories and it's constantly measuring and comparing and contrasting. And the solar plexus is our emotional awareness and our spiritual awareness. It's still mutating into its full potential, which makes this splenic center our only consistently reliable awareness. And it's focused on our well-being. The lower trigram is introspective, and we see that very clearly here in this 27.3 called greed. There's a lifetime learning, and it says the obsession with having much more than one needs. Ra says these are people who can be really, really greedy, obsessively greedy. The exaltation says, here the psychological manifestation, the obsession and dependency on knowing what is hidden, the secret policeman. The power derived in having more than one needs, whether sexually, mentally, or materially. So these are people who really want to find out what it is that you need. But this doesn't mean that it's going to translate into them giving you what you need. They might be the ones who say to you, so tell me, what is it that you're after? What is it that you would really like? And they tell you, and then you turn around and say, oh, that's nice, and walk away. You don't actually give them anything at all. So people might think that this third line really cares because they can have that, what is it that you need? But they don't really. If you have a lot of something, then it's possible to give some of it away. But you have got to look after yourself first. And this is something that we're learning through all of these lines here in the 27. You have got to have enough before you start giving it away. And with the bonds made and broken here in this third line, then it's possible that you will get something from these people, but then they will break the bond with you, and that will be it. You won't get any more. It's like so far and no further. In the detriment, we find mundane and wholly without redeeming value, greed, a lust that inevitably cripples and addicts, the lust for power to get more than one needs. So these are the hoarders. And this is genetic. It's in their makeup to hoard. There's nothing wrong with it in that sense if it's approached correctly. But of course, it can come with some guilt or some shame because we have word prejudice, and even hoard can be a word that has got some weight behind it, as well as the word greed and obsession and all of these things. So these are people who hoard. So what? There are some people who hoard. There are some people who give everything away. And if you take the morality out of it, then there's nothing wrong with either. Neither is better or worse than the other. We could also look at it that the third line is just trying to adapt to caring, trying to find the right kind of caring and bumping into all the different variations of caring in their process. They will care and then they won't care. They will break a bond and walk away and find something else or someone else to care about. This is not necessarily an easy line to carry. And we look at the grounding, the earth in gate 28, line 3, and this is called adventurism. The gate of taking risks, the game player in this third line with bonds made and broken and trial and error. What couldn't possibly go wrong with this one? Russ said that it can be a very good exercise to actually take the name of the gate or the channel and turn around, come up with the opposite, because then this helps us to recognize the inherent duality in all of this work, in the life that we live in. This would be the or not, really. The or not that accompanies every statement that we can make about a gate or a channel. So the channel of struggle that this gate is part of then can become the channel of ease, the channel of non-struggle. He says that when the 28 finds something of value in their life, they don't struggle anymore. Maybe when this third line bumps into enough things, when they've been adventurous enough in their life, they find something that is truly of value to them, find something that makes their life worthwhile. And then the struggle goes away. The moon, we are still in gate 50, the gate of values. And then at 2016 BST, we go into gate 28, which we know about because we've just been talking about it. So finding the meaning of life, the value of life, this is the focus, a little bit more focus on this gate in the first few hours or the last few hours of the day, depending where you are. It's a projector gate. So do you feel invited to explore really what brings value to your life? And then at 7:20 tomorrow morning, we go into gate 44. This is the gate of alertness in the splenic center still. We're working our way through these splenic gates. And this is the fear of our past catching up to us, or with past baggage finding us again. It's a gate that is naturally aware of the skills and proficiencies of others. It's the personnel manager who's able to instinctively select the right person for a job. This is a gate that has a memory attached to it, and it's the memory of the failure or success of past experiences. It's tribal, it's splenic, as we know, so it's very alert to the survival needs of the tribe. So when the moon is going through these splenic gates, as it does every month, there is an invitation to explore our relationship to our fears, to our immunity, maybe, to our health in general. As these are all the themes of the splenic center. Of the 7 splenic gates, 6 of them are projector gates, and 1 is a generator. Just 1 where a response is necessary, and this is for caring and custodianship and the setting of values. For all the others, a recognition and an invitation is required. How does this play within your own design, whatever your type is? Thank you for watching. Go gently, and I will see you on the next one.